Salve omnes, welcome to this video lesson on Lingua Latina, Familia Romana, and we're looking at grammar, the Grammatica Latina section for chapter 2 of the book, Capitulum Secundum. The main thing in this chapter is dealing with the genitive case, the possessive case. It's used for of, and also when we do the apostrophe s, kind of to show possession. And we have to, of course, deal with the genders masculine, feminine, and neuter because Latin has grammatical gender. So let's take a look here. Masculinum, masculine. Femininum, feminine. Neutrum, neuter. Now, neutrum literally means neither, so neither masculine nor feminine, just as a bit of curiosity. Okay, servus est vocabulum masculinum. Servus is a masculine word. Anquila est vocabulum femininum. Anquila is a feminine word. And just as a side note, servus is what we're going to call a second declension masculine. Anquila is what we will call a first declension feminine word. Most us words are second declension masculine. Most words that end in a in Latin, or at least nouns we're talking about here, most nouns that end with a in Latin are feminine first declension words. Okay, and then our third example here, oppidum est vocabulum neutrum. Oppidum is a neuter word. Notice oppidum ends with a um ending, just like vocabulum, because vocabulum itself is a neuter word. Notice masculinum, femininum, and neutrum all end with here, because they're describing vocabulum, which is a neuter word. If I wanted to say servus is masculine, I would probably just say servus est masculinus, right? Because servus itself is a masculine word, so I'd have to change masculinum to us. Alright, well, if that went a little over your head, don't worry about it too much for right now, but basically the idea again is that with grammatical gender, adjectives have to agree with the noun that they specifically describe or modify. Examples. Alright, and vocabula masculina, masculine words. So we're going to list a bunch. Filius, dominus, puer, vir, fluvius, oceanus, numerus, liber, titulus, masculinum us, or Okay, so this is telling us that the us ending is a singular masculine ending. The r ending is an alternate singular masculine ending that you get in a few words like liber, puer, and vir. Okay, be, okay, the B example. Vocabula femina, feminine words. Femina, puella, filia, domina, insula, provincia, litera, familia, pagina. Femininum, a. So, femina, woman, puella, girl, filia, daughter, domina, mistress, insula, island, provincia, province, litera, letter, familia, family, pagina, page. And it tells us the feminine ending is a. Again, this is a first declension feminine ending. We'll learn more about that later. K, example C. Vocabula neutra, neuter words. Notice here, as a reminder, neuter words in the plural end with a, whereas feminine words a is the singular. So neutra, vocabula, those are plural endings. Oppidum, imperium, vocabulum, capitulum, exemplum, pensum. Neutrum, So the neuter ending for the singular is Oppidum means town, imperium is empire or command or power, vocabulum word, capitulum chapter, exemplum example, and pensum means task or exercise in the case of kind of academic things. It'd be more like a task or a job for you to do, usually in Latin. But they use it for exercises in the textbook and in the sort of workbook that goes with your textbook. Pensum. All right, now we're going to look specifically at the genitive case and break it down by gender. So genitive case, this comes from genus, the Latin word for kind. Masculinum first. So the masculine first, we're going to look at masculine genitive. Iulius dominus servi, or davi est. Julius is the master of a slave or is the master of Davus. Those are masculine singular genitives. Again, this is like a possessive ending. Julius Dominus servorum Davi et medi est. Julius is the master of slaves, orum ending, genitive plural, masculine. And it explains in the parentheses that means of Davus and of Medus, right? He is the master of the slaves, genitive plural. Servi genitivus est. Servi is a genitive. Servorum quoque genitivus est. Servorum is also a genitive. Servi genitivus singularis est. It's a genitive singular. Servorum est genitivus pluralis. Servorum is a genitive plural. Genitivus singularis e, pluralis orum. Masculine singular genitive e, masculine plural genitive orum. All right, be, feminine, femininum. Aemilia domina ancillae, surai est. So Aemilia is the mistress of a slave woman, specifically of Syra. Aemilia domina ancillarum, Syrae et Deliae est. Aemilia is the mistress of slave women, or the slave women, specifically of Syra and of Delia. Ancillae genitivus singularis est. Ancillae is the genitive singular. Ancillarum est genitivus pluralis. Ancillarum is the genitive plural. Genitivus singularis I. Okay, it's the singular genitive I. Pluralis arum. The feminine plural genitive arum. Notice the similarity between orum, the masculine genitive plural, and arum, the feminine genitive plural. All right. Ke, or si, neutrum, the neuter. De est prima littera vocabuli dominus. D is the first letter of the word dominus. So vocabulum is the word for word in Latin. Vocabuli is the genitive of that, so of the word. Numerus vocabulorum magnus est. The number of words is large, is great, is big. Vocabuli genitivus singularis est. Vocabuli is a genitive singular. Vocabulorum est genitivus pluralis. Vocabulorum is a genitive plural. Genitivus singularis e. All right, so the singular neuter genitive is e. Pluralis orum. Plural neuter genitive is orum. Now, if you look at this, notice masculine and neuter have the same genitive endings here. They are both second declension words, okay? So there's an us type second declension that's masculine, and there's an type second declension that's neuter. Now, if that's kind of flying over your head, don't worry about it too much for right now. We'll talk more about what declensions mean later. But basically, what it breaks down to is that many of the common words you're learning for right now, the feminine looks one way, and then the masculine and the neuter look very similar to each other, exceptions being in those ums versus the uses, and the e plural versus the a plural. But a lot of the neuter and masculine word forms are going to be the same. So, for example, I want to say of a slave, servi, of a word, vocabuli. If I want to say of books, I say librorum. If I want to say of examples, I say exemplorum. So I've still got the same endings. Well, I hope this made sense. I hope you learned a few things about Latin grammar, specifically about genitives, which are used for possession or when we use the of in English. And I hope that the differentiation of the grammatical genders made some sense to you as well. More another time. Volete.